I feel like when I say AI in the reselling community, people immediately jump to one side of the fence or the other. And that's crazy to me because it's definitely not something we should be divided on. In fact, if you are running a business in 2024 and you are not yet utilizing AI, you're leaving money on the table, you're working harder than you should be, and not as smart as you could be. If you have reservations about AI, I hope that by the end of this video, you realize that you've already been utilizing AI in your reselling business and that your mind will be expanded into all the opportunities you have to utilize AI to make money in the future. Alrighty. I have a couple packages I'm taking off to the post office this morning, but we'll talk on the way. First, let's talk about and consider all of the ways that you're already using AI in your reselling business and you didn't even notice. My friend Scott, the Cha-Ching King, tells a really cool story about how when he was in high school, one of his teachers said, "Many of you in this classroom will one day be working jobs that haven't been invented yet." And that is so true. Scott is at least 40 years old, so the possibility that the internet was even around when his teacher told him that, it just blows my mind that now he works full-time online providing for his family. They're right, the job didn't even exist back then. It makes me think if 5 years from now, we're going to be using tools for a reselling business that don't even exist right now. You're using tools today that 5 years ago, we could only have dreamed of having. As resellers, we're always looking for platforms to make it easier for us to list, and they've answered us in so many ways with the power of AI. AI is any type of artificial intelligence, those search engines, those algorithms, that is all AI working together to make your life easier. The fact that you're watching this video right now is brought to you by AI. YouTube either recommended this to you as a reseller or it popped up with your YouTube search, which is the second largest search engine in the world. While we're talking about search engines, can we just talk a little about eBay's search engine? We know, comparing, for instance, eBay and Poshmark search engine to search engine, they are not all created equal. And eBay has a very powerful search engine. They utilize so many keywords and features, even correcting typos occasionally in a search, netting you fantastic results every time you search, and also bringing you buyers if you have optimized your titles and your listings to include those things that buyers are searching for. Before eBay even has a chance to autocorrect your search, chances are your phone already did it for you. That's AI. We know eBay is helping buyers find listings with AI, but how are they helping sellers specifically? When you input a listing as a seller, eBay is going to try to optimize that title as much as possible based off the specifics that you've given. eBay will suggest a category for you, the best category to fit your item, and they'll even pre-fill some item specifics based off of just what you put in that title. The title that you begin your listing with is so important. Please don't go back afterwards and think, I'll put in a better title once I've finished my listing, because eBay offers you the ability to draft a description using AI. And if you have a rockstar title, and if you have filled in all of those recommended and required item specifics, eBay does a pretty good job. I did a little experiment here. Here I have just a bare bones title. I think I'd written like black women's shoes or something like that. And eBay really struggled to come up with much in the description, but that's because by itself, AI isn't as powerful as it is when you work with it. eBay pulls from the information that you've given and really develops a great title, because here's an example. Whenever I filled out every single item specific, when I had a great title, this is the very long and eloquent description that eBay gives for my item. It is important that you never generate content with AI and fail to proofread that. Don't think that AI is cutting out all of the work for you. It is simply making your life a little easier. Picture eBay item descriptions as someone that you hired at the desk to write your descriptions. You would never go ahead and make those live without proofing what that person wrote. While it's true that AI is only going to draw from the information you give them, they do try to make it human-like speech, and sometimes, not often, but sometimes there are irregularities or there are mistakes. Always proof the description that AI gives you. This next part on eBay is also dependent on a really great title. Now, if I have all of the specifics are great, but my title stinks, when it comes to the pricing, eBay gives you a recommended price, but that is again going to be based on your title. I did the same experiment and there was a difference. When I had black women's shoes, it was a $4 suggested price. And then when I input, I think I used like the Nike Court in a women's size 8, they suggested a price of $45. That's 10 times the previously suggested price. So if you depend on eBay to suggest pricing based off of comparable listings or comparable solds, then you need to ensure again that you're giving it the right information. If you do feed it good information, then yes, eBay through the power of AI will suggest a price to you. You don't have to go with that price. If it's wrong, if it's way off, if they just don't understand the item that you are listing, feel free to list at whatever you'd like. For a new reseller, this could be a nice tool though. I'm gonna keep drilling this part home though. AI is not self-serving. It will deliver info based off of what you feed it or what you search for. Well, that took a minute. The lady in front of me, her package was delivered across the street and the sender mailed it parcel select, so there's no insurance. It was delivered 5 days ago, so I wonder, she said it was $100 worth of stuff. You'd think her neighbors would have just brought it over, but I guess it depends on what she ordered. I wish everybody was honest enough the lady already had her stuff, but apparently 5 days have gone by. Fingers crossed for her. If you're listing to other platforms using a cross-listing service, and I suggest you do, that's AI. If you're using a bot to share your Poshmark closet, that is AI. There's even AI at play in some of your favorite platforms without you even realizing it. Whatnot is using AI to detect potential scams and fraud through LLMs. That's large language modules, and it's kind of like the same technology that ChatGPT uses. Through those LLMs, they're able to detect certain key phrases and frequency of direct messaging, especially new users on the app, and Whatnot has grown to be able to detect and deter and completely shut down up to 95% of scams. If you're a new user on Whatnot, you probably aren't aware, but Whatnot's already used AI to save you. It seems like all of our favorite platforms are already using AI to not only make our reselling lives easier, but to help us make more money. Imagine if we couple their current AI efforts, all of the things that you're already using, with some off-site, off-platform AI solutions. The sky's the limit. Imagine that you had a warehouse full of employees and they're writing titles, they're warding off scams, they're optimizing your descriptions, changing your photos, removing background. That would be a ton of responsibility to manage all of those people. But with AI, it's kind of like you do have that. In researching for this video, I thought it would be fitting to ask AI, how could resellers use AI to make more money? I prompted Instagram's new AI chat powered by Bing with that question. Their chatbot responded with many of the things that we've already talked about, optimizing your titles, removing backgrounds, but Bing's own AI chatbot mentioned one company in particular, Zig Analytics. We're gonna take some time, sit down at the computer and research this company who is changing the eBay research game through the power of AI. If you've been around the channel any amount of time, you know that I love to do eBay product research and put that in a video to tell you guys what to look for, high profit items that you need to pick up when sourcing. But recently I discovered Zig Analytics, who is pairing my passion for research with this technology that is going to bring me my research results in a fraction of the time and exponentially bigger profit. A huge thank you to Zig Analytics for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I'm gonna screen share and show you guys how I'm using Zig Analytics to find products to sell on eBay. And a little tip here, you can start using Zig Analytics for as little as $1 whenever you're ready. All right, let's dive right into the Zig platform here. This is the Market Insights dashboard. As you can see on your screen, this little dashboard, it's designed to make the research process more efficient. Very similar to eBay Seller Hub. It's packed with pre-selected niches, leading competitors, and top selling products. It's all curated based off the information you give for your convenience. To get the most out of Zig, you do need to customize those seller settings though, but it's super straightforward. I'll walk you through it. Just align these settings with your specific eBay marketplace, your unique business model, and your preferred suppliers. That's right, Zig Analytics is not going to send you shopping with a supplier that you don't want to shop with. Let's take a closer look at how exactly you do this. I I've already entered my specific settings, but for the purposes of this video, I'll switch it up and I'll show you guys what the options are. So this is the dashboard, and from this left side, you're gonna look third from the bottom here. Quick settings is this little wrench. Now here you can choose the marketplace. That is the marketplace that you sell on. You can see that they offer eBay, AliExpress, Shopify is coming soon, as is Amazon. I don't sell over there, but I know many of you guys do. So I'm going to select ebay.com. You will see here that there are international options available for eBay. ebay.com it is for me. I also need to enter my shipping location as well as my source website. So this is a drop shipping example. Let's say that I want to drop ship from Amazon or Walmart.com, AliExpress, CJ Dropship, or Alibaba. I can select one of those. Let's say Walmart.com. I can even do what's called a break-even calculation here, and let me read you guys what they describe the break-even as. Set your calculated estimated profit. The break-even point is the point at which total cost and total revenue are equal. And just select apply changes, and now all of the recommendations that Zig gives me is going to be for me sourcing from Walmart.com, selling on eBay.com, selling from the United States with 14% break-even point. And automatically I have all of these trending eBay products in the last 30 days. There are a few approaches to product research, but we're gonna go over the competitors analysis approach. We're going to analyze the competitors' best-selling items and then use that information to dissect the niche. After we confirm that there is actual demand, checking on the sell-through rate, understanding more about the competition, then we will approach how to source these items. And it's all done right here in this one platform. For the sake of this video, let's stick with those baseballs, and I'm just gonna go ahead and click into those. From here, it brings up the eBay listing of the baseballs that are for sale, and I can see the seller. Let's go back to Zig Analytics. Here we can see the seller as well, and when I click on that, Zig Analytics is going to give me information about the seller. Their sell-through rate, how many active listings they have, all of their sold listings. Their sell-through rate is looking pretty stellar. Their average sales price, which is right in line with eBay's average sales price, their successful listings, and even their feedback score. They look like a relatively new seller on eBay, but they're doing a fantastic job. Let's say I want to research just that product. So I can see that it's the Rawlings ROLB2 12 and up. I'm just going to take those few words and we're actually going to search for that in product research here. Let's go ahead and search for these baseballs and see who else is selling them. It looks like overall we're looking at a 56% sell-through rate. There's 65 listings, there's 37 sold. Again, that average sales price is right there. Here we can see sales trends of how many are selling per day. We can see the sellers who are listing those items and selling them, and then even how much they are selling for. There's even a category here, a column that is going to show me exactly where to source them at a price that brings me a profit. From there, you can just keep researching. You can click on individual sellers, check their feedback, check again their sell-through rate. All of that information is going to help you determine whether or not you can actually compete in this category against the sellers who are currently selling in it. Heading back to the home page here and looking at these other trending eBay products, that bar is always there. Zig Analytics knows I prefer to shop and source from Walmart.com, so when I click it, there it is, $15.94, selling for $35, leaving me $13.86 profit. I can click on that listing and be taken to it immediately on Walmart. I can order these, I can drop ship these. Everything is right there within Zig Analytics. I feel like this method is most ideal for sellers with their own stock. I've always been too nervous to actually drop ship. With this method, I could actually order those items and have them on hand in stock and know that I have them to ship them out, which is honestly what I would recommend. But with Zig Analytics and all of this product research, I know that I'm not investing in something that's not profitable. The numbers are right here. With Zig Analytics, I can even research the competitor. I can research their titles, their keywords. It doesn't just work for new items also, it works for used and vintage items. Again, just like all other AI, Zig's AI is just going to use the information that you feed it. It really doesn't care what the item is. It's going to deliver the research for you. All in one page, all highly organized. Beyond that, returning back to the dashboard, you'll notice this little diamond here, these advanced tools. Zig has an entire suite of automation tools that's going to help you dropship. If that's something that you have been interested in the past, there's a bulk scanner, the 500 best-selling items on eBay. Look at this, a list you may have paid for previously, and here it is with my Zig Analytics subscription. And I can even see who is selling these items and what other items they're selling. For instance, this Stanley Cup 2-pack, the seller on here has 151% sell-through rate. They are a confirmed drop shipper. They are drop shipping out of the United States, and here are the other items that they're selling. It is an intimate look inside someone else's store, so you can research them yourself. If you're ready to take your reselling to the next level with the power of AI and Zig Analytics, then check in the description for the link from Zig Analytics to get you started. Again, you can start as low as $1. Obviously, the more higher tier you go on your subscription, you will see more advanced benefits and AI tools. But Zig Analytics, they really have it together when it comes to drop shipping and eBay research. Realize that reselling is not having some Terminator moment by welcoming AI in. It means that our time is going to be more freed up, whether that means swinging in the hammock or sourcing at your favorite thrift store. Wouldn't you love to spend more time doing the things you love to do in your business and not optimizing your titles and writing your descriptions? Whether you use AI in reselling or not, I can assure you that your competition is using AI. They're using it to their advantage, so we may as well buckle up, get used to it, and find new ways to make more money with AI. All right, that's enough time in the hammock. Let's get back to work, because even using AI, you still gotta treat your business like your business.